A mother asked her little girl what she was doing, and the girl responded, "I'm drawing a picture of God." But the mother responded, "No one knows what God looks like." The little girl's quick response was, "They will when I get through." Hi, I'm John Kuert, interim pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania, bringing to you another heart to heart talk. A little thought for today that I hope will be a blessing to you in your Christian walk and will uplift you spiritually. Well, James, in his little letter, draws for us a picture of God and how he works in the life of his children. To begin with, he teaches about faith through the means of trials and temptations. That measure of faith is the premise upon which the Christian life is built. Trials, we are all too familiar with them, and some are undergoing trials that are about to do you in, temptations, and there is not one of us who has escaped temptation. But life is not all trials and temptations. There's abundance of good things. And James 1:17 says, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights." In Jesus' day, the Greek Stoics and the Epicureans viewed God as a God of apathy, indifferent to the needs of man. Is that the way we view God? I hope not. Rather, I hope you recognize God's giving goodness. Our problem of seeing the goodness of God is that we want to define what goodness is. If things are going well, the bills are paid, and the kids aren't yelling, then God is being good to us. And what happens in times of testing and temptation is that we fail to see God's goodness at work in our lives. How many of our moms or dads said, "I'm doing this for your own good"? Perhaps Paul understood this to be when God gave him a thorn in the flesh, so that he would not boast of the flesh. And Paul was good at what he did. Paul came to see the thorn as good. 2 Corinthians 12:10 says, "Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong." It takes that measure of faith to see and recognize God's goodness at all times. That's the picture of God that you want to keep. And the second part of James 1:17 says, "With whom there is no variation or shadow of turning." The greatest thing about God and his goodness is that he is dependable and his goodness is constant. He's not like the man who doubts and is unstable and unreliable. God is always the same. And he's the Father of lights, who created the lights that we behold, the sun, the moon, the stars. But the great truth is that he is light. He is the light of moral goodness that shines in the hearts and minds of men and women. And in our Father of lights, there is no variation of shadow. We live with the rising and setting of the sun, the full moon to a new moon, and all that is in between. We live with a constant change of light. But with God, not so. God's goodness is always at high noon. Banks sometimes fold, and sometimes the soil at times fails to produce. Nations at times are defeated. Friends will let us down. Even our mates sometimes betray us. but God is utterly dependable. There is no variation or shifting shadow in him. It's all a matter of trusting his hand in your life, in the good times and the bad. That is the picture of God. There will be bad times, there'll be tough times, but God is the same. That you can count on. He doesn't even change the thickness of a shadow. Think about that. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. What a great God we serve. What a wonderful picture. Well, thanks for joining me once again, and I hope that the little thought today will encourage you and bless you. We want to do that at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania, and we would love to have you join us some Sunday and be a part of the service at 10:30. And we would welcome you. You'll enjoy the fellowship, you'll enjoy the music, and you'll enjoy the word. And we're down to earth. We try to give an accurate picture of God and how we can walk with him day by day. Well, thanks for joining me for another message from my heart to yours. I pray that you will have a good day today, and God bless you until we see each other again. Bye-bye.